Finally, we're getting it.
We find the best gear here.
See, anything that needs that fucking sludge, man, I'm not a fan. As a matter of fact, let's go to inventory.
Boy.
Right? Boy. I'll be playing that soon enough. Alright, and we're gonna change this. So I didn't know that this shit need environmental sludge. I don't like that shit at all.
God of War Ragnarok is really good for I just fought Thor.
It really just exceeds a lot of expectations for sure. What's this one? Are you playing it now?
I didn't come watch your stream last night, so I would be surprised. No, took a break from the game.
Oh shit, you're right. Hold on.
I have the God of War Ragnarok controller also.
I would ask about it, but like, It's just a controller.
I knew you wouldn't let me.
Before I do like a main mission, I'm gonna try to upgrade some of my weapons. Fuck hit me like that?
Come on, come on!
I know I can make this battle a lot shorter. It's just on this map, we're going to check and see what this is all about. I think that there's a point of interest there. Let's see if we can climb the mountain.
I know how you can make battles shorter, don't get in them.
Those machines are really susceptible to like ice.
For the rebellion!
She felt that! I can't keep up! Got a weak spot! Hit it!
Go in!
Targeting!
On a day's work. You know I was just playing with you, dog.
Huh?
So you know I was just playing with you, dog.
Oh, I know.
I was just playing with that. Jesus. I like how Guap on Twitter, yo. He's trying. Oh, the art style for God of War looks better, but technically Horizon is. I'm like, bro, they have totally different art styles, man.
I saw some people talking about it. I saw some people saying that this game looks as good as Horizon. It's kind of hard for me to like to quantify it, man, because they're not the same type of style. First of all, and two, I can't really inspect the game closely because the game doesn't have photo mode on it.
And the game is an open world, so there's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But even if, one thing's for sure, it looks better than The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks better than The Last of Us.
And that's not even no cap, no shade. It's just that's what it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Some of the changes that they made so far, man, I actually kind of low-key love them, man.
It's little, but it's like massive, man. It like changes the whole momentum of the game, man.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how far you've gotten with upgrading the axe, but I love the new functionality for the axe, man. It feels great, man.
They really made it into like a real like combat shit, yo.
It's so cool, man. And then I'm realizing as I'm playing through the Svartalheim or Svartalsheim, whatever, right? How big it actually is.
Hey!
Like, it's actually pretty sizable, man, for like one realm, you know what I mean?
I told you that the realms are like large. What do you think about the actor, man?
Who? For who?
And what do you call it? In God of War.
The actor? Which one?
The acting.
Oh, acting?
Yeah.
I think it's actually better than the first one. If it even feels more natural. And you know what, honestly, man? I actually think they managed to give Kratos more personality that's actually believable.
I like when it was this one place where Sindri was like, "You want these snacks?" He was like, "I do not need snacks." Right? So I'm just like exploring the area, and then I went next to the fucking like the fucking oven or whatever. He was like, "I knew you like snacks." Why are you looking at me like that? You know what I mean? Like, why are you looking so hard about what I'm doing?
I didn't go next to the oven, so I didn't hear that piece of dialogue.
I went over there. He was like, "I knew you wanted snacks." He was so mad. So dumb, yo. I chuckled out of that, yo. That shit was funny as hell.
The changes that they made so far, man, I actually think they're really good, man. I can't wait to see what else they're going to give you later on in the game. Like, I noticed, like, for example, right, some of the items in the game don't have as much significance like they did in the first one. Like the chisel, right? Like, you still have it, but the chisel was like a main item in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the open up to other areas.
Yeah. And they still have the doors, right? But you could tell that they don't serve as much function, like, yeah, I guess you could say that. They don't serve as much function as they did in the first one.
This easy?
So that kind of leads me to believe that they're kind of like simplifying some of the stuff that had more significance in the first one to leave space for whatever they're trying to do later on. You know?
Probably I was just talking to Black earlier.
Aloy, it's
You heard
Kotaru.
about that shit too.
I've heard
He's
the
like,
arena is still closed following the cool route. Something
Oh,
about
the
a
thing with
problem with the
Horizon.
ballista.
no. When he was like, I knew you like snacks.
Machine fights
Oh,
provide
that.
good training for our soldiers. And for
Yeah,
you too,
I missed
if
that
you're
piece of
interested.
dialogue, man, because
I'm sure
I
it would be a
didn't watch next to
spectacle.
11.
There are considerable rewards to mark your victories.
I can see why the the first 5 hours, people thought that the game played a lot like the first one. I mean, there's some real used stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I will say this, right? That's the thing about Horizon, right? It's barely anything reused in Horizon from Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. They like literally revamped like everything.
Yeah.
Or not revamped. Let me say this. They changed everything because some things I don't like.
You don't think it was an improvement?
Overall, it was an improvement, but like for instance, right? Each place where you can find the weapons, you know what I mean? What do you call it? They need to tell you like the places or whatever that you go get your weapons. They need to actually tell you what weapons are there, so you're not blindly going over there. Like so maybe like the rumor people, where you go over there and they have like a rumor. You know, they'll tell you stuff about the area. But like for instance, people got mad about the whole cutscenes. You know what I mean? How stiff and stilted it looks. And they revamped that, but they went overboard. You know what I mean? They just found any excuse to make a cutscene. And I wouldn't mind reading dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the data points, I wouldn't have mind them being, most of that shit being a collectible. Whether it be on like a glyph or a scroll or whatever the case is. I wouldn't have minded, I wouldn't have mind that the lore needs to be like cleaned up per area. So you won't have to, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't have to sit through a whole bunch of dialogue that didn't make any sense. So the couple things that I would change is like the dialogue that she did have. You need to have like 2 outcomes per conversation. You know what I mean? Like shorten them up and then have 2 options that will change the gameplay. Like it'll stop you from either prolong or shorten whatever mission that you're on, or give you data, or give you information, or not give you information, depending on how you do it. And it needs to be kind of relatively clear as to if it is going to be beneficial to you. You know what I mean? Like, if you do lie to this person, maybe you break the trust and you stop that quest if they find out, shit like that.
They actually kind of did something like that in there.
They don't do it enough.
Yeah, it was only one mission that I remember though that they did that with, where they gave you a choice and it altered the actual outcome of the.
Yeah, it was the fucking if I'm not mistaken, it was the desert mission where you had two people.
Mm-hmm. It was like that little civil rebellion that was going on. I
And that
forgot
was
the dude's name.
And that was great.
I thought that was a cool mission.
Yeah, it was Draka and then the other person. And then the personality, I think they need to like roll that back with the whole like, blazing fires. Still use it, but like add more heart to that shit.
I actually really like
I
that
know. Every time we fucking talk about that shit, I kind of like it. All right, let me see.
I mean, it adds like personality to the actual.
Well, they need to act better then.
Oh, blazing forges or whatever the hell they said.
They do make you use the merchants a lot more, because just like that's one thing that's fucking people up when they play this game. They truly believe that you can just loot the fucking machines and then get everything you need, and it takes forever. You just be better off buying the bitch.
Yeah.
They need to have missions where you can earn money too, like more easily, like races and shit like that. I know. When I play it again, like when I get to that spot, and if you can do the races, they should have like that. Request to watch your gameplay. Okay. Are you playing God of War?
Not anymore. I just turned it off for right now.
When did you? Oh, why you stop?
Because I wanted to see what you were doing.
Right now, I'm about to do this one mission with what's her name? It's not her. Second verse. This one. One thing's for sure, I will say, man, about God of War Horizon. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Santa Monica Studios is mopping the floor with everybody in terms of fun. You know, their gameplay is not convoluted. See, Guerrilla Games need to understand. Oh fuck. Are you there? Are you there? Yo, are you there? All right.
Yo.
Bro, they gotta have a better internet service over where you're at, man.
Nope.
That's so fucked up, man. It's a nice area where you stay. But you know what you can do? You can get Verizon 5G service, yo.
Trust me, man. I wish.
What you say?
I said, trust me, I wish. I wish there was better internet over here, bro. I'm gonna call him again tomorrow, man. Have these guys come out and look at this shit again, man.
I think I think I got a solution for you, man.
Glad I got this.
What's that?
I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Let me not die. I had enough of this fucking shit. I can't stand them.
It's hard to find.
The solution I have is check to see if Verizon has the 5G internet for like $80. Yeah, bitch.
Much better.
Oh, what the fuck? Look how hard it is to fucking take these pieces off of their fucking face. My goodness.
I love the flow of combat, man. You know what else I like too, man? I think it's something small, but I also like the fact that they implemented the main theme into the combat a little bit more. It just sounds cool.
Bitch. Christmas. Do this shit. What?
If Verizon has 5G internet, would I have to disconnect the one that I have now?
Yes. Why you ask? Who's there?
I said I would have to let everyone know.
What do you mean?
That service provider would be saying that. It's not just me.
No, you get it for everybody. It replaces the internet that you have.
I know, I would have to tell everyone.
Well, that shit would help them out. Fucking bitch. But they're ridiculous. I don't fucking like these machines. Alright.
These little grim things are no joke, man.
Yeah. I see you. They're starting to give you a challenge.
Well, yeah, not in the way that you expect, though, man. It's because of their number. It's the amount of them that's
That's still a challenge.
it's not. Yeah, it's not
They-
because they're like hard to kill
They're not
individually,
just yeah.
but
They're
it's
not
hard to keep
hard, but
track of them.
yeah, they swarm you. Yo, what is your zip code?
28562.
Verizon's acting stupid. We want your whole life.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you in a second.
You know what's crazy about this, man? All of this feel like everything that they've done so far, man, to kind of flesh everything out and make the realms like more identifiable or whatever. It really feels like its own kind of like lived in, breathing world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it feels very distinct. Like I remember when when I saw Uncharted 4 and I played some of the parts of that. Although the game is linear, it feels like a lived-in kind of world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just it feels very like alive, I guess. You know, and that was one of the things that um, that was one of the things that kind of immersed me into the game, man. It just felt like an alive world. This is kind of like giving me like similar, not the same style, but similar vibes of like, you know, the world feeling alive and distinct. I keep standing still because I'm like taking screenshots.
They're making it hard for me to try to ask um who services there. You know, who
I think I
services.
remember. I think I remember Verizon telling me that they did have an internet provider. I just didn't want to use them because I figured it would probably be worse, but I never really looked into it.
If anything at this point would be better than what you have. I'm not even. There's no shade. You can't even do like two things at once without it crashing like that. And they're supposed to be what they're doing is supposed to be broadband, which is crazy.
The problem is that it's intermittent.
See, I wish that was the truth, man.
Huh?
I wish that was the truth. Like it stays stable, but you still can only do one thing at a time. It's just not strong enough to do a lot of things. You don't sound like that no more.
He doesn't sound like me at all.
Yoso. Yoso. Fucker. There was a conversation I wanted to have with you regarding females, man. And I was having it with one of my other friends on Twitter, right? And he ended up telling me, man, like he had a lot of situations that happened to him when he was younger with
This is where Sarah
women.
said we'd find the Grimhorns she needs parts from to heal Plainsong's land gods. I should let her know I'm here.
But the most important thing here is that he was like, bro, we were told, and we've already went through this before, but it's always nice to hear somebody else say it as well. So we all know that we're not fucking crazy.
Grimhorns that Zoe wanted to harvest should be somewhere nearby.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Zoe.
Yeah.
I'm near the Grimhorn site.
So,
Can you join me?
you said that we were raised to think that women were
Aloy,
completely
I'm
innocent
glad we can do this
and
together. The
they're
Grimhorns we're
not.
looking for should be just to the north.
Let's go get those control cores.
You know, we allow them to like walk all over us because we just can't
Thank you
see
again
that
for helping me.
that could
If
be
this
as
works,
vicious as anyone.
If we can heal the land gods, it will end a generation of
Yeah,
suffering
it's
from
kind
it.
of like hard to
How do you
break that.
think Fane and
That you know
Chorus
they're
will
not
take it?
really
Fuck, it's
innocent.
hard, man.
Seem
Because
to
when
think
you
the
look at
tribe's
them,
extinction is inevitable.
I've
I
had my
said, fuck, it's
disagreements
hard.
with them, but I'd like to see they'll be happy to be wrong on this.
you said fuck, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, oh, they're not. I mean, they're not as innocent. It's like they're not innocent at all. That's the thing.
There.
Yeah.
The Grimhorns.
And it's so hard to like come to
We'll
terms
just
with
have to
that,
be
man.
smart about this.
Because it's
I'll
like
follow
so
your lead.
deeply ingrained, man. Like you just treat them a certain way.
Hunter killer. Not easy to take down.
It makes it hard to kind of like know how to approach them, you know? Because like your natural instinct is to treat them like they're innocent. You know what I mean? And approach them in that way, but it just doesn't work. So then the next question is, well, how do you approach them? You know what I mean? And when I say approach, I don't mean like literally approach. I mean like, how do you
Let's get those
deal with
control
them?
cores.
You know what I mean? Is more what I mean. Bro, I love the way they combat. I gotta send you this. I love the way.
Got a piece of it.
See, honestly, man, I think understanding that they're not innocent, right, is one thing, and adjusting your approach towards them, you know what I mean, would be a lot more straightforward if women weren't so volatile nowadays. You know what I mean? Like one, they'll drop you like
There you are.
so easily, you know what I mean? Like at any sense of discomfort. And then on top of that, you know, a lot of them like to live in that victimhood mentality, man. So it kind of poses a unique issue, man, because
Where are you going?
it's like they are attracted to what they're attracted to, right? That aggression or whatever, right? But it's one of those things where it can't be too much or it can't be too little. Because you do too much, then, you know what I mean? You're controlling or you're a stalker or, you know what I mean? Something like that. If you do
That
too
one
little,
girl,
then you
she almost got me
like,
fucking in trouble because she felt uncomfortable. And no one was even talking to her, like, what?
Yeah. Yep. I think it definitely, like, especially nowadays, man, it kind of poses a unique issue, you know. Because, like, I think if girls weren't as volatile as they are, you know, then really all you would have to do, right, is be more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't take offense to everything, or if they didn't feel like they could drop you just like that, you know, you could just kind of, like, you know, do your thing and just kind of, you know, whatever. But it's like you have to find a middle ground, like a balance between being aggressive and not being too aggressive, and not looking like you're being a creep and not being a stalker. And it can't be like too little, because then you're kind of like, they look at you like a bitch. They don't respect you, you know? And it's like, that's a lot to take into consideration, man. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. It's like it's not even worth the fucking trouble.
That's what it feels like, man. You know? It feels like any energy that you expend, you know, should go towards just basically putting yourself in a better position, essentially. You know.
So what do you do to fix it, man?
To fix the problem overall?
Huh?
You mean like overall?
No, hell no. How do we adapt?
Oh, adapt. Well, honestly, man, I honestly think the best is to not really focus on the mess. And it sounds so counterproductive, man, but I really think that's the best thing to do. You know? Like, in general, like, overall. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, don't interact at all, because obviously, clearly, there's a balance in that. But, I think generally speaking, like, you shouldn't be, like, always, like, actively trying to, like, talk to someone. You know what I mean? Or spitting at some chick. I think there's just too many issues that comes with it, man. You know, you boost their ego, you give them more options. You know what I mean? And then, even if you get what you want, right, there's a whole nother set of issues that could potentially arise. You know, accusations, people taking their word, or even if you have kids, right, you have a whole nother set of issues if you have kids with them. You know what I mean? So, and see, the thing is that, like, if you try to pursue them, like, all the time, actively, then it kind of, like, almost innately gives them the upper hand. You know what I mean? Because you're chasing after them. Whereas, when, like, if the situation was flipped and they came after you, then, you know, obviously they kind of, like, to some degree, initiated the first point of contact. You know what I mean?
I need you with me.
Where it kind of gives you the upper hand in that particular situation. Which is why I think it's better, man, to put yourself in a position where, you know, you're basically like what it is that a lot of these chicks want. You know what I mean? And we all know what they want.
Jesus Christ, man.
Seems you have business elsewhere. I'll go back to base. Call me when you want to resume.
I mean, overall, I think in general, man, I think women have, their egos are, like, too big, man. You know, and I think that stems from guys giving them too much power.
The Grimhorns.
You know? So, I mean, if we were to make any long-term fix, I think we need to not focus so much on them and focus on the actual guys who are given too much power. You know what I mean? And you know, teach these guys, man, tell these guys, man, like, you guys can't be giving your power away like that, man. Like, you're only making it harder for everybody else. And honestly, man, I think the balance, and of course I know it'll probably be different for everybody, but I think, and this is my opinion, I think it's a balance between, you know, focusing on what you're doing and like making some kind of, you know, contact with women and meeting them or whatever, is to, one, focus on whatever your career is or whatever the hell you're trying to do, right? And then just do things that you like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like whatever it is that you like to do, you know, do that. Like do that, a lot of it. You know what's funny, man? I was thinking about this earlier today, man. And it reminded me, like, you know how you always hear about women always kind of like being interested in the guy that they can't really put their finger on, they can't understand who he is or how he operates, or like a guy who doesn't really give them that much attention. You know what I mean? I was thinking about something that happened years ago, man.
Back to base for now.
When I was
Call me if you return.
I was in school, and both me and my brother were attending the same school. I know you don't know my brother very well, but he is like so consumed into whatever he does, like on a regular basis. Like it's hard to even like get through to him. You know what I mean? In general, like to get him to move or to do anything, or even to get him to like talk about what it is that he's doing, because he's like so consumed in it. You know? But you could tell he's passionate about it. Like he has, because when he does talk about it, it's like a mind jump, you know? Oh yeah, I've been doing this is cool, man, I love this cool, you know? And I remember when we were in school, there was a girl that I was pretty cool with. And she talked about my brother. I remember one day she brought up my brother in a conversation one time. And she was like, what is what he's like? Like, you know, I don't understand. Like, what are you doing, you know? And she had like all these questions and stuff about him, and she was like so interested in him, you know? And the weird thing is that my brother is like very, very socially awkward, man. You know? He doesn't really have like very strong social skills. But the fact that he didn't understand who he was or how he operated made him attractive to her to some degree. You know? He didn't care about relationships with girls or nothing. He didn't care about none of that shit. He still doesn't. You know what I mean?
Come off the face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
And I think that's the kind of like, I think that's the kind of like,
it's time for bed.
Position that you need to put yourself in. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're working on, you need to be passionate about it, man. That's what you need to be about. You need to be about it. You know what I mean? And whatever you like, you know, that's what you should do.
Well, my eyes are barely open.
Why?
Huh?
Oh, Lionel was in there.
I'm ready to fall out.
Don't have one of your fucking 2-hour jerk-off sessions. Fucking die, bitch. Alright, where are you?
Well, that's just what I think.
Too tired for that. And it's late.
Fucking soup for you.
Yo, you know what, man? On a different note, oh, somebody left a comment.
You said what?
Someone left a comment on my video. On a different note, man, I'm actually pretty happy with the quality of my videos, man. Like recently. The only thing that I really want to work on is figuring out how to fine-tune the audio quality.
Probably gotta turn the volume down.
Yeah, probably. But I actually think they, you know, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think they flow a lot better than what they used to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
that's the only problem. Look at this bitch. The flow is on point. Just the audio is it clips.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like the clipping audio. I want to try and fix that, I think. Somebody left another comment on my one of the other videos.
Fucking annoying ass machine. Bitch, I'm trying to play God of War and I played this shit all night.
Guess it was soon enough.
Yo, did you see the video that I sent you?
Which one?
It should have sent on PSN by now.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. You be talking about the PSN video.
Yeah.
Yo, isn't that crazy? That fucking dude that fell.
Oh yeah, that shit was wrong. That's disgusting.
I did not want to see that shit, but I know you fucking like seeing that shit, yo. Just, I want to learn how to juggle in this game. Oh, that was nice. That little ending finisher.
Yeah. The way it flows is so cool, man.
It's like what you think it does.
And you know what? The executions are not like intrusive, like too intrusive to where like it'll completely like slow down the flow. You know what I mean? Like it's all implemented really nice, man.
Yep. No more annoying ass shit.
You know another thing, man? The way everything looks just looks cool too. Like it all just looks cool. Like it has a very cool factor to it.
No more fire, you bitch. No more fire. Your fucking days are numbered, buddy. when you decide to play Horizon
did it.
again, you know how you
You okay?
like triple notch your weapons?
Offended.
You don't even need to
Got
do that
control
anymore.
course?
We're so used to doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the third one, I mean from the first one, where it would just like triple your damage. It doesn't triple your damage. There's like a division. It'll give you like 100 with like 3 of those arrows. It'll give you like 150 damage. It's not enough to, unless you really want that extra little bit. You might as well just stick with the one.
What would you suggest doing in place of it?
Just do one arrow. You can shoot them faster, and you don't use your stamina for the other weapons.
Okay. I was playing Horizon the other day. I was showing my friend.
What did he say? The usual.
What do you mean?
Damn.
You brought the control cores?
Yeah.
2 control cores as requested.
He actually said it looked like the
Thank you.
first one.
Gaia
I'm
showed
not
me
even
a way to
lying
scan them
when
and take what we need
that's
to update
literally
the
what he said.
Oh, he's
I'll
blind
head
then.
back to base and get started.
No, you know what I think it
When I
is?
was a child,
Art style?
there was always enough to eat.
No, his TV sucks.
Oh
Thank God
shit!
provided for us, and
Was it
every
1080p?
season we celebrated them. My happiest
Yeah,
memories
it
come
wasn't
from those
4K.
times.
It had to
Okay.
be 1080p.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Do you
TV
really
quality
think
was
we can
shit.
bring them back?
Cause I was
We'll
looking
make
at
it
it, I was
happen.
like, yo, this. I'm like,
Thank you.
I could kind of see like somebody might say, it looks like the first one. It's because he couldn't see like the little details.
So we'll probably sort
Like
out
I
those
was
cores
telling
in
him,
no
I'm like, yo, this game
Let's
is
check
like,
us
it's
out.
gotta be like one of the
Chance.
best looking games I've ever seen, man. And he was just looking at me like I was crazy. But his TV was shit, so
It
we
makes all the
wouldn't be able to
difference.
actually see the difference. Oh man, it makes a huge difference. Especially like if you use something like HDR, man. Massive difference.
I actually don't like HDR at all. I
I
think
guess it depends.
it's probably my TV, so there's that.
Because I remember when I
Going
implemented it,
down.
man, it made it look nice.
Like because Horizon is not a realistic looking game, like it's very stylized, and the colors pop. I feel like it mutes the fucking it mutes the colors.
Yeah.
Another thing too is, man, you cannot hit the armor plating in this game. You will waste so much ammo and your time. So when you use the focus and you scan the fucking machine, anything yellow, shoot it. You get all of your damage. You definitely want to take the fucking weapons off.
Yeah.
Oh lord. This motherfucker aired me out, yo.
I'm over here trying to play this shit like God of War.
So
I'm pressing X to dodge. Oh shit.
I don't know, but everybody was like, switch the weapons. I thought that was always like that. I mean, switch the buttons.
Switch the buttons for what? Oh,
X and O.
for God of War?
Oh, my
Nah,
quick
dodge.
turn. My quick turn is swipe downwards.
What's the... Oh shit. What's the quick turn originally?
The 2 buttons together. You know what they should do too in the sequel? When you do a mission, they should recommend the fucking weapons to choose.
Yo, I'm like so dumbfounded, man, at the fact that my friend doesn't even know what Xbox or what's coming out on the Xbox.
What do you say?
I said I'm still so dumbfounded by the fact that my friend, like, that's all he plays on is his Xbox, so he doesn't even know what is coming out on the Xbox at all.
Need more ammo.
It's got it. At first glance, I think Horizon has more detail, but it's kind of hard to tell because the art style is so different.
Our style it will prevail, Horizon, like it always will.
I'm winded. I need to get my stamina back.
I actually really like all of her animations except for one.
Bruce. I don't like our melee animation. I they need to just do a revamp, and she needs to get retrained.
Well, I'm talking about like her action. I never liked the way her dodge animation looked, man. I don't know what it is, but it just. See that last video where that guy was talking about why he didn't like God of War?
No, I didn't see that. Hold on for a minute. God, you fucking annoying. Shut your stupid ass out. Now, what'd you say again?
I was asking if you've seen the video where that guy was talking about why he didn't like God of War from the.
What did he say? No, I didn't see it.
It might be better for me to just play it.
The fact that I can just glide and have this fucking pterodactyl pick me the fuck up is outrageous.
Over here, champion. I have news to share.
What's up, bro?
I've heard there's a place in the northeast, at the edge of desert territory, where the ground is made of metal. No one knows what it means.
Somebody made a video called Xbox versus PS5 2 years later. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna watch it and see what he says.
Ground made of metal. That might be a cauldron. And where there's a cauldron, there's machine overrides.